I spent nearly $800 on Bombshell Sportswear, one of the sexiest gym brands. And today we're going to deep dive into these pieces and see if they're really worth the money. I have reviewed Bombshell a couple times on the channel before, but it's been a little bit, so I wanted to try some of their new pieces, and I've been getting recent requests to review this brand. If you don't know what Bombshell Sportswear is, it's an activewear brand that's definitely in the higher price point. All of the bras today are around $65, and the leggings are all around $90. So you're walking away with like an $150 activewear set, which I would say is definitely on par with like Alo Yoga, Lululemon prices. And they definitely have a good amount of pretty well-known pieces. They were first really well-known for their sock leggings. I don't have any of their sock leggings today, but I have reviewed those in the past. It seems like on the website, they've moved away from the sock leggings a little bit. And honestly, they do definitely seem to be trend setting in the activewear space. One thing that's always held me back from Bombshell, besides the price point obviously, is that their activewear has a lot of features that I don't usually see in high-end activewear. And we'll talk about that with the pieces today, but in the past, almost every legging I bought from them didn't even have a crotch gusset, which is kind of an important thing to have in activewear. And a lot of their activewear does not have flatlock seams, which means there's always a seam poking into you, and that's kind of a no-no with activewear because that can create a lot of chafing and just doesn't look as polished. So I just feel like in the past, the prices haven't really met what I've noticed with their quality. But like I said, it's been a couple years since we've tried Bombshell, so we'll see if anything has changed today. If you're new here, my name is Catherine. We review a lot of activewear. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave in the comments down below any requests for other brands you want to see me try. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to start with a pair of leggings that I've been seeing around a lot lately. This is kind of like a new trend, and these are the V back leggings. So I've definitely been seeing this all over Instagram and TikTok where people are wearing these leggings that dip down in the back. And for me, usually I think dipping down in the back of leggings is kind of a sign of the legging like not quite fitting properly, but this is definitely an intentional dipping down. So I'm really curious to see if these are going to actually be able to like hide underwear underneath them, because normally that waistband in the back is kind of like giving you some space to like not have your underwear show. Anyways, these are the V-back leggings. I got a size small, which is a size I've worn in Bombshell in the past. And these were $92, so definitely quite expensive. And their fabrics don't have any names, but they definitely make a lot in this soft marled fabric. So here's an up close of the fabric. It has a soft feel, very brushed, and has a little marl to it, very stretchy. This is similar to like a Petula Bear fabric, except I think a little bit more heavyweight. So we have a double thickness waistband, and then we have our first instance of not having a flatlock seam. So this is what it looks like on the outside when there's no flatlock seam. Basically, you just see two pieces of the fabric coming together, but what you're left with is this little piece of fabric that kind of just pokes into you and can just look a little bit bulky when you're wearing a tight garment like activewear. A flatlock seam is when the two ends of the fabric come together directly and are sewn, so you see that stitch on the outside. But this is just a regular overlock stitch where the two pieces of fabric are sewn together on the inside, so you have that little piece that kind of pokes into you. So it doesn't always mean that this is more likely to come apart than a flatlock seam, but in my experience, I see more stretching out of seams that are like this. Anyways, let's keep going. We have no front seam on these. Another feature I noticed about Bombshell is they like their pockets. So I think almost all of the leggings today have side pockets. They did not list an inseam on the website, so I will have to measure that. Okay, and we are on legging number 1, and there is no crotch gusset. I am honestly so shocked. Honestly, Bombshell is the only high-end activewear brand, or I shouldn't even say high-end, I should just say high price point, that is not putting gussets on their leggings. I don't think I've actually purchased a legging without a gusset in several years. So what a gusset is, it's just a piece of fabric, usually a triangle or a slightly extended, like tapered oval piece of fabric that goes kind of in between the crotch seams, so you don't have 4 seams coming together in an area that creates a lot of strain, like in the crotch, because this is a legging meant for fitness. So you're going to be bending, you're going to be moving your legs apart, squatting, and that creates a lot of tension on that 4-point area. So the gusset helps to strengthen that area and make sure all of those seams are going to be nice and stable. So it redistributes the stress on the seams, and it also helps create less camel toe because you're not getting as much tension on those seams, so you get less pulling up the crotch in areas that would create discomfort. So honestly, if I was just looking at these leggings and you didn't tell me how much they were, I would never guess that they were were $92. I would be guessing like 30. But even my $30 leggings have gussets. This is just crazy. So this is the seam that goes down the leg, and this is the back rise seam, and all 3 points of those seams come together in one point, as opposed to a legging with a gusset. So you have the back rise seam, you have that insert of fabric, that's the gusset, and then it slowly extends to the seams down the leg. And this just allows the forces to just be a lot more easily distributed. Anyways, we'll move on from the gusset talk, but just don't love seeing that. And then we get to the back, and they do have that dip down V, as well as a scrunch. And I would say the scrunch is a little bit stretchy, but just a very little bit. So this will probably have a little bit of a wedgie feeling. And then the logo is on the bottom left. That's enough rambling. Let's try these. Okay, I was trying to figure out why these leggings would be $90 when they don't have the same features of other leggings at the same price point. And then I looked at the tag and realized that these are actually made in the USA, which is very rare to find with activewear. It's almost all made overseas, like designed in the US, but made overseas. So I'd say the price point makes more sense now, knowing that it's made in the US, but I would still like to see some of the seam features changed. Anyways, we have the V back leggings. So I'm wearing the size small here, and it's fitting me like any other size small. So I would say true to size. If you're in between, I would probably size up. These are hitting me just right above the belly button. So I would say right about a high rise, double thickness waistband, and no cutting in. I love that there's no front seam, no top bands on any of their leggings. And then we do have their side pockets. They're pretty spacious. It goes all the way down to mid-thigh, and I can fit my whole phone in there. The waistband does poke out just a tiny bit because of that lack of a flatlock seam. And this one does not have a gusset, and I would say I'm not really getting camel toe right now, but I definitely feel a little bit of tension in the crotch. So that's definitely a risk when you don't have a gusset. I like some of the seam details down the leg, that they just kind of continued the pocket seams all the way down. I feel like sometimes these seams can like elongate the legs a little bit. And then we go to the back, and they have that dip down V. You guys have to let me know what you think of this style. I feel like because it's such a deep V, it does look very intentional and not just like the leggings aren't fitting. But I don't know, I feel like I have mixed feelings on these. My underwear is like a good inch away, so I don't actually think we'll see anything, but we definitely will squat test. And Bombshell loves the scrunch legging, and they are definitely more on the scrunched side. So you do still get some actual ruching. It's not a hidden scrunch where all of the fabric stretches out, but I would still say that these are quite flattering on the glutes. Honestly, I'd give them a high on the booty scale. They're not squishing me down. And because of the marled fabric, these are also pretty cellulite friendly. All of their leggings are around 25 inches, but they have pretty good vertical stretch. So they actually are going down pretty far, and I can basically make them a full length on me. And we'll quickly do a little squat. And I would say everything's staying put pretty well. My concerns about the V area going down too far are really not happening. But after squatting, I am getting even more discomfort in the crotch. Overall, I'd say these are cute. I like that Bombshell does do like very interesting styles like this to kind of like push the boundaries, but it's just a little bit too much crotch tension for me without that gusset there. Like not having a gusset plus having a scrunch is just a recipe for problems there. To go with the V-back leggings, we have the Backless Sports Bra. So this is made of that same marled fabric. This is a long line sports bra, a V-neck with a little ruched detail in the front to kind of go with that V-back of the leggings. We do have removable cups here, and they feel just like a thin layer, nothing too thick or padded. Just a simple band along the back with the Bombshell silicone logo. It looks like one of the classic like vinyl logos, but it does feel slightly nicer than that. And then this is a halter sports bra, so it has a strap that goes around the neck, and the straps are adjustable. I feel like I don't love the hardware they used here. Like the thin little silver metal rings just don't go very well. It would have been nice to have like a dyed to match hardware to like match the purple of the top, but I'm happy to see that it's adjustable, so let's try it on. Okay, so here we are. I'm actually liking how this one's fitting. I would say that it's true to size. Definitely has scooping coverage, but I would say overall it's a light to medium coverage, and I think I would be actually okay wearing this one at the gym. So even though their bras definitely lean a little bit more on the revealing side and less on the supportive side, I still feel covered enough to have a good workout, but we're definitely more limited to low impact lifting workouts rather than cardio. So we have that double thickness area along the bottom, so it sits nice and flat along the chest, a little ruching detail. We do have the cut pads and they have good structure to them, but they're not too stiff, so I'm liking them. And then we have these straps that go around the neck, and the neck straps are adjustable. Even though they're a little bit thinner and more adjustable along the neck, I'm still finding them not too uncomfortable because this fabric is so soft. So if you're going to make a halter out of something, I like that it's out of this softer fabric that's not going to hurt your neck. And then we just have double thickness fabric creating the band in the back with that logo. Very open back. I don't love halters just because I do find that they do strain my neck over time, but they do look cute. Overall support is definitely low support, but this one is a true to size and I would say it's flattering. I like this one. Next we have the Define leggings. So these are a legging I have not tried from Bombshell. So I got a size small and these were $89, so definitely still up there in that price point. They did list the inseam on this one. It's 25.75 inches. And a couple funny things I noticed on their website. For one, every single fabric listed on their website is 87% polyester and 13% spandex, even though this fabric feels very different than that marled fabric that says it's the same fabric composition. So it is possible for fabrics to feel different and have the same composition, but I kind of just doubt that's the case. Either way, the fabric on this one is definitely a very structured fabric. I'm hoping that this has a good amount of stretch when it's on. It has a structured feel and it's slightly brushed, but I'm not loving how this feels in my hands. Here's a close-up of the fabric. So these leggings have a double thickness waistband and no top band, no front seam. Again, there are side pockets, and I don't even think they have like options without pockets. They just like all have pockets. We have some slightly tapered seams in the back and a scrunch. And I wanted to order these because when I looked on the description on the website in the features of the leggings, they had a whole section about how these have a gusset and have flatlock seams, as if it's some sort of like innovative thing that not everyone else has been doing for like 5 years. But they finally have a legging with a gusset and flatlock seams. I just think it's so funny that they're like, I don't know. I can't be the only one that finds that like a little strange. So we can see here, we do have a gusset. It is a triangle gusset, but they said that they have flatlock seams and this is not a flatlock seam. Some of the seams are flatlock, but not all of them. Anyways, let's try this on. All right, here we have the Define leggings. Honestly, the shape of their leggings I'm finding very flattering. All their waistbands are hitting me at a really good place. I'm liking all the seams. The glute seams hit me on the right places and they all fit me very well. So really liking how these feel. These are high rise, just very slightly over the belly button. I honestly would like to see a style without side pockets because I just don't really use them that much, but we do have them and it's nice to see a brand that is doing a lot of side pockets just because so many brands just don't do pockets. I'm feeling less tension in the crotch with this one because there is that gusset, so I'm enjoying that. The fabric though, I'm just not loving. It's just not feeling the best. This isn't your typical like brushed soft legging, even though it kind of looks like it should be that. It just has a kind of stiffness to it. It still is stretchy and kind of contouring everything, but I feel like it shears out a good amount. I'm doing a sticker squat test because I just don't think I can try on every single pair of these leggings twice, and I definitely had some sheerness in these. It's not enough to make me not want to wear these to the gym, but I think that just speaks to the fabric a little bit. Overall, about a medium compression. And then in the back, like I was saying, the seams go right above the glutes. And this one does have a little scrunch, but it's very minimally noticeable. I'm gonna give these a medium to high on the booty scale. Still flattering, and I honestly like that that scrunch does stretch out a little bit. I would say you'd get a little bit of cellulite coverage out of these because it is a slightly thicker fabric. And then full length view, these go about to my ankles. So yeah, I'm liking this style a lot better. I think this is definitely improved. I like the addition of the gusset. These ones do have mostly flat lock seams, but I just don't love this fabric. I definitely prefer their other fabric a lot more. It's just a lot softer and more comfortable. To go with those leggings, we have the Sweetheart Sports Bra. This one is $64. It's made of that same kind of structured, slightly brushed fabric. We have an actual elastic along the bottom of the sports bra, so this one is not long line. There's a little peekaboo detail, a little ruching, and like a sweetheart style neckline. I love that this one has these nice elasticated tank straps that come in and adjust in the back, and we see the kind of like metal hardware again. I don't love like how this silver stands out here, but again, glad to see the straps are adjustable. It's going to have a pretty open back and removable cups, so let's try it on. Okay, here's the bra. and I love this bra. The moment I put this one on, I just love the coverage it's giving me. It's honestly really hard to find cute bras that like have a little bit of a cleavage moment, but you're still secure and there's enough room for larger busts. So this one is a winner for me. Again, definitely on the higher price point, but if you're looking for a splurge, I do like this one. So we have this secure bottom band. I prefer having a little elastic at the bottom as opposed to the long line double thickness like we had with the open back bra. This one just gives a little bit more security and keeps the bra a little bit shorter, which is just my preference. We have a little scrunch detail with a little keyhole cutout here, then a little dart detail going up the bust, but I just love the shape of this. It's super flattering, but honestly, I would say medium coverage here, but I'm fully secure. I would not fall out of this one. The support is a little bit more than the last one. I would say like light to medium support. You have these nice thicker straps. Again, I'm really liking their cup pads. They might be a little bit more firm than some other brands, but not enough where you see any weird outlines. And then in the back, we have those thick adjustable straps. And I really like that they're adding the adjustability features to all of their straps. That's something a lot of brands don't do. And it still has a nice open back. So I really like this one. I don't love the color that I chose. I just feel like it's a little bit boring, but yeah, I'm a fan of this one. Next, we have the open back tee bodysuit. So I saw this bodysuit and then I read the description and saw I had a built-in bra and I just had to try it because a lot of times these open back style bodysuits just neglect the built-in bra. So I loved to see that they had the built-in bra here. So this is the same fabric composition listed as every single other thing today. It feels pretty similar to the Sweetheart bra and the Define leggings, but maybe a little bit more movement to it. And this is $125. Bodysuits do tend to be a little bit more than leggings, but $125 is definitely up there in the price. So we have a high neck with short sleeves. There are no seams or anything going on down the front. We do have a gusset on this one. The inseam is 25.5. Again, the gusset does not have flatlock seams. And then we have the view from the back. First of all, there is a whole shelf lining with an underbust elastic and cup pads. So this is definitely the kind of bra support I like to look for in a bodysuit. So I love that. There is a little strap connecting those sleeves, which is also nice because then you know the sleeves are never going to slide down. And then a super open back, little slightly curved seams above the glutes. There's no scrunch, but the back rise seam is not a flat lock. And this is just a regular legging style bodysuit. I prefer a flare legging style bodysuit, but this is just like classic onesie. So let's try it on. Okay, here is the bodysuit. So actually this fits very well. Very true to size. I would say if you're in between, probably go with whatever size is bigger. If you wear a medium top, small bottoms, I'd probably just go with the medium. So let's talk about the top first. First of all, I am loving the bra in here. It feels really supportive. It has really good coverage. I would say it's about a light to medium support, which is really like all you could ask for from a bodysuit. But very full coverage with this little cap sleeve moment. I do think it's a little bit plain in the front here. I like to see some sort of seam or something going on to just kind of make it less like, you know, onesie-like. Like it is a onesie, but I like when there's a little bit more going on in the front. It's also just one layer of fabric in the tummy area and everything, so you're not getting any extra compression there. Overall compression is about the same as the leggings, like a solid medium compression. I would say it actually is pretty long torso friendly. Definitely getting a little bit of crotch gathering here, but that's kind of with any bodysuit for me. And I think there is maybe a small gusset here. I'm not getting any like camel toe tension or anything like that, so that's a win. So the back is super open. Like so open as you could possibly get. We have that little piece of fabric across the top, and if you are someone who wants to show off the back gains, there is nothing better than a bodysuit like this. So I think the back is super fun and unique. Then we still have those seams that go right above the glutes there, and I don't know if you're meant to do this. I could look at the model on the website, but I did pull the seam up my glutes. That just allows the bodysuit to be a little bit more long torso friendly. So because of that, this is actually fitting pretty well, and it makes it nice and flattering on the glutes as well. All right, and then go to the full body view, about a similar length as the rest of their leggings. So it's hitting at just about my ankle. So there's a lot of things I like about this bodysuit, some things I don't like. First of all, I honestly don't really wear full length bodysuits that have like a regular legging style at the bottom. I feel like it looks a lot better when you have a flare leg at the bottom. It just like kind of balances out my proportions better. That's just me personally. And second of all, I just don't love this fabric. I feel like this fabric is going to hold on to a lot of sweat. I'm probably like already sweating in my armpits. Yeah, I'm already getting a little bit of armpit sweat, which is normal, but I feel like the way this fabric is just gonna hold on to it a little bit more than other fabrics. Like with a performance fabric, it shows sweat quickly, but it dries off quickly. And with a brush fabric, it tends to show sweat a little less quickly. This fabric, I feel like, is showing sweat quickly and not drying quickly. It also just almost has that little like slight itchy feeling that like, you know, really like old style leggings had. So I wish they had just like a classic either performance material or brush material. It's just a little bit better than this because I'm just not loving this. Even though it does hug the body nicely, it's just like not the softest and this doesn't feel the most like athletic friendly. So we're rambling now. I love the style of this, but the fabric could be improved. All right, then I saw that they had jogger sweat sets and I had to try those. So these are the Cloud Comfort joggers. I was a little bit bummed to see that this is just their legging material in a jogger form because I was hoping to try like a couple different fabric options from them. But again, every single fabric is made of the exact same composition. And this is that same marled fabric from the other leggings, which I honestly don't mind a jogger that's made of a legging fabric. I was just hoping for something else. So this is definitely going to be a lightweight jogger. The Cloud Comfort joggers, I got them in a size medium because the small was sold out and I figured, you know, it won't hurt to have a little bit of an extra cozy fit. And these are $86. So the waistband is elasticated except for in the front. There's just one little section where it's smooth, where they do have the logo kind of front and center. We do have a front seam here. And again, there's no gusset, but I don't always see a gusset on joggers because they are a little bit more of a loose fit. So there's less tension in the crotch. So that's honestly fine. They do have elasticated cuffs at the bottom of the leg. And then we have some fun pockets. So they have two kind of slit pockets in the front here, some side cargo pockets. These are scrunch butt joggers. Okay, we have a scrunch in the back of our joggers. That's an interesting. All right, let's try these on. All right, here we are with the joggers. So these are a medium and I have like a little bit of extra room in the back, but honestly, I would not consider these like too big at all. So unless you want them to fit like a legging, I would size up. If you go with your normal size, these are definitely going to fit very snug like a legging fit. So we have a high rise, goes right above the belly button. You do have that logo front and center. I feel like this is pretty divisive. People either like this or hate this. We have two just classic jogger front pockets here. Then we also have cargo pockets on the side. I'd say the cargo pockets are pretty subtle. They don't really stand out a whole lot. And then in the back, we have the scrunch. Because this is kind of like a jogger fit, the scrunch is just kind of sitting there and it's not actually like doing anything for the glutes. So I'd actually prefer not to have a scrunch on my joggers. I just feel like if you're not gonna have a scrunch on something, joggers is where we could maybe lose the scrunch, but that's all personal preference. And then these are going to be pretty cellulite friendly with a slightly looser fit. Oh, hey guys. And also that marled fabric and full length view. These are actually a pretty long jogger. I actually even have a little bit of extra room at the bottom. So definitely tall girl friendly. And this material is very stretchy, so shouldn't have any problems moving around. I'd say these are good if you like kind of like a legging jogger hybrid, but if you're expecting like a thicker jogger or like a sweatpant, it's definitely not these. To go with those joggers, we have the Cloud Crop jacket. This is made of that same legging material. We have a little cinched waistband at the bottom. It is a full zip with a little mock style neck up here. There are no pockets on this, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't always see pockets on cropped jackets just because there's not as much space for them. And then we have, looks like maybe slightly relaxed sleeves with a cuff at the bottom with a thumb hole. So let's try these on. Okay, so here's my little jacket. I feel like the mom in Mean Girls right now. I don't know why. This is just like, I know it's not Juicy Couture, but it's just kind of like giving that almost. You know what, Bombshell? Every piece I try on, I feel like Bombshell's slowly winning me over. All right, this is the size small, and I would say it's the perfect amount of a kind of cozy oversized fit. We have this little elastic at the bottom here. It's pretty cropped. It does go a couple inches below the sports bra, but for me, it's not giving full coverage of the stomach area, which is fine with me. I do have a very long torso and I just have a little bit of space at the bottom here. So it's not super constricting on me, which I like. If we wear it open, kind of relaxed, we just have a little bit slouchier of a fit, but I would probably wear it kind of like halfway zipped, or you can fully zip it up for that mock neck effect. I like that the sleeves still are a little bit relaxed. This is a very lightweight material. So this is going to be a good like fall spring lounge set. Not really gonna keep you super warm in the winter, but depending on your climate, that may be a good thing. For me, this is perfect. The sleeve length is really good. It does go all the way over my hands, and then we have the thumb holes. We have another Bombshell logo on the left sleeve, and then here it is in the back. Very simple. I think the fabric might be just a little bit not structured enough for me. I like to see my jackets just like hold their shape a little bit better. I do feel like it's just like not doing quite what I want it to do, but it's definitely not bad. All right, we have one final set. We have the curves leggings. These look like the Define leggings, except in the marled fabric. Double thickness waistband with no top band. We have a traditional seam, not a flat lock here. And if you're wondering why I never mentioned this on my other videos, it's because everyone else has flat lock seams. Like I never see this. No front seam, no gusset on this one as well. So this one's honestly basically similar to the V-back leggings, except for without the V-back. Side pockets, and then we do have a scrunch on this one. All right, just a close-up to show the lack of a gusset here. These are also not flat lock seams, so we have the leg seam, the back rise seam coming together at one point instead of having a gusset. So whenever you move around, you're just gonna get a lot of tension on that one area. Let's try these on. All right, here we are with the final leggings. These ones are even higher rise than the other ones. I would say that these are an ultra high rise. They're going about an inch above my belly button. We have that same style of waistband as the V-back leggings. No front seam, but I am getting just like a little bit of tension in the crotch again because there is no gusset there. So I'm just feeling a little bit of discomfort there. The same spacious side pockets. Again, a nice like light to medium compression fit. This fabric is really nice. It's really soft. It really hugs all the curves, but it's not so thin that you're not getting any structure from it. And then in the back, the seams on this one go a little bit too high. My hip bone is right here and they're going, I guess it's not crazy high, but just seems like this one's not fitting quite as well as the other two leggings. I think overall the fit on the Define leggings was the best for me. So I wish these had that same fit. And we have that scrunch, but I feel like their scrunches are honestly not doing much glute separation. They kind of just scrunch right at the sacrum area and not actually give you a lot of like separation with the cheeks. So I would say that these are just about a medium to high on the booty scale. Still definitely flattering. The scrunch is more giving just like a scrunched fabric look, not actually scrunching between the glutes, if that makes sense. So I'm not really loving these. We are still getting some cellulite coverage because of that fabric. Hey, hey. Did you want to be on camera? Did you want to say hello to everyone? All right, we have the full length view. They're all about the same length, so we're getting about an ankle length fit on these. And then you can also see those side seams with a pocket that go all the way down the leg there. So yeah, these are probably my least favorite. I almost didn't buy these because I wanted to focus on the other ones, especially with that crotch tension and just the way these are fitting me. I'd say they're just okay. And then the tiny twist bra. So we have an elastic along the bottom, a little keyhole cutout. Honestly, all of their activewear is very similar, just like very slight differences. There's a twist front detail. I like that they did the twist, but they still have the bottom band instead of just having the twist with no bottom band that I see a lot of brands do. We have teeny tiny spaghetti straps on this one. They are adjustable. Every bra strap has been adjustable so far, so I really like that detail. And then just a band in the back, removable cups. Well, let's try it on. Okay, actually, we're like 3 for 3 with decent coverage on the sports bras. So that makes me very pleased. I was not expecting that. If we want to compare Bombshell to like something like Crop Shop Boutique, that definitely really appeals to much smaller chests. And I feel like we're actually getting enough coverage here. So that being said, this is definitely not my favorite bra. There's just something about the shape that I don't love, but we do have that elastic under bust, little keyhole detail in twist. I think one reason I'm not loving this sports bra compared to the others is that the straps are just so skinny that they just don't really provide quite as much lift, and that's more of a chance to cut into your traps there. I just prefer a slightly more substantial strap. Coverage-wise, I'd say actually we're at like a medium coverage, but support is definitely a light support. I'm still fully contained though. There's just a little tiny bit of scooping away from the armpit. You do have that little cutout, but overall, fully held in. I would be confident that I'd be fine in the gym with this one. And then it seems to be their signature thing to have adjustable straps and a very open back, because this is the last bra and we have all the same features. So very open back, that elastic strap down there. And even though the straps are super thin, they are adjustable. So yeah, I don't love this one, but I think I would be totally fine wearing it to the gym, and it's overall large cup size friendly, even though it's not super high support. I also would say this one is very true to size. If you're in between, you could really go either way, and that's kind of for all of their sports bras. All right, you guys, that's it for the review. I'd say for Bombshell overall, when you consider that their pieces are made in the USA, I would actually say that their prices are not that bad and are definitely pretty on par with other activewear brands that are made in the USA. And again, that is really hard to find. So if that's something that's important to you, I definitely think that's something to highlight. But if you don't care where your activewear is made, it is quite expensive, with the leggings being $90 and the tops being around $65. I would say overall, the designs are really cute. The sports bras really won me over. I felt like they actually had pretty good coverage while remaining still kind of like flattering, sexy, and cute. And it's hard to find a sports bra with like a little bit of cleavage that you're not completely falling out of in the gym, and I felt like they did a really good job of that. The leggings, I think there's still some room to grow. The leggings I liked most were the Define leggings, but the fabric was just kind of okay for me on those. I'd really like to see a better fabric from them. I do really like their marled fabric, but I'd like to see something that's more along the lines of other brands, like maybe a performance or a brush fabric. And I definitely like to see all of their styles having a gusset and flatlock seams moving forward, because the styles that they had that didn't have that were just a little bit uncomfortable in the crotch area, and I would just worry about the longevity of them. So make sure to comment down below if you've tried Bombshell, what your thoughts are, if you've kind of just been waiting to try them because you weren't sure because of the price. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!